answer because the words in the original pair share a synonymous relationship. Congent means clear and convincing. Garrulous means wordy. Now the difficult level. In fact, the first word is denial, D-E-N-I-A-L. D is missing there. Whereas refusal, denial, refusal. તો અહીંયા સમાનાર્થી સિનોનિમસ વર્ડ્સ આપેલા છે. તો ટેબુ એની સાથે કયો ઓપ્શન છે એ આપણે જોડી શકશું? સેગાસિટી, ઓરોડિફરનેસ, ઇન્ટરડિક્શન, ટેનેસિટી અને લાસ્ટ ઓપ્શન E, conduit. Option C is the correct answer. Interdiction. ટેબુ જે સામાજિક રીતે સ્વીકાર્ય નથી એવી બાબત, જેવી રીતે ડિનાયલ છે તો એનો સમાનાર્થી રિફ્યુઝલ છે. કઈ બાબત છે એનો અસ્વીકાર કરવો, તો સામાજિક રીતે જે સ્વીકાર્ય નથી તો ઇન્ટરડિક્શન તરીકે ઓળખવામાં આવે. C is the best answer because denial and refusal are synonyms having to do with rejection, whereas taboo and interdiction are synonyms having to do with prohibition and restraint. કોઈ બાબતની મનાઈ ફરમાવવામાં આવેલી હોય એ બાબત. A taboo is something forbidden by custom or tradition. પરંપરાગત રીતે જે અસ્વીકાર્ય છે. Something prohibited or banned. An integration and interdiction is an order forbidding something. Judgment, adjudication. Options are reticence, loquaciousness, amiability, acrimony, esoteric, manifest, silence, verbose, conclusive, definitive. Option E is the correct answer. Conclusive, definitive. E is the best answer because judgment and adjudication are synonyms. Adjudication is the act or process of rendering a decision or decree. The relationship is one in which two words have meanings that are essentially the same. Conclusive means decisive, final. Definitive means conclusive, final, decisive. તો ન્યાય અને ન્યાય આપવાની પ્રક્રિયા, એડજ્યુડિકેશન એ પ્રક્રિયા સાથે, પ્રોસેસ સાથે જોડાયેલી બાબત છે. એ જ રીતે કન્ક્લુઝિવ એટલે ફાઇનલ અથવા તો ડિસિસિવ એ રીતે ઓળખવામાં આવે, જ્યારે ડેફિનેટિવ છે એ પણ ફાઇનલ કે ડિસિસિવના અર્થમાં જ વપરાય છે. માટે ઓપ્શન E ઇઝ ધી રાઇટ આન્સર. Friends, this is the things we looked at. So analogies are learned to crack competitive exams. There are 8 major types of analogies. I have 1 or 2 more videos to share with you. One by one we shall look at them let us look at the next video.
Welcome to Education on Demand, where learning is limitless.
Today's lesson is on SSAT verbal, analogies. A typical question found on the SSAT will read, doorknob is to door as. The first step to solving this question is to determine the relationship between our two words, doorknob and door. A doorknob is used to operate a door. Hence, we want to find an answer choice where the first word is used to operate the second word. When we review answer choice A, glass is not used to operate a window. Therefore, answer choice A is incorrect. When we review answer choice B, a bread box is not used to operate bread. Hence, answer choice B is also incorrect. When we review answer choice C, a door frame is not used to operate a doormat. Hence, answer choice C is also incorrect. When we review answer choice D, a lever is used to operate a toaster. Therefore, the correct answer is D.
I hope this lesson helped you better prepare for your test. Subscribe to the Ivy Key channel and view new videos every day.
So friends, in this video we have learnt how the doorknob is related with door. Friends, I request you to visit YouTube. On YouTube you will find lot of videos related to analogies and how to crack these analogies. There is one more video to share with you.
Today's topic is analogies. Before we begin, let me first explain what exactly analogies are and what you are supposed to do with them. Well, analogies are a pair of words and there exists some kind of logical relationship between them. Your duty is to pick up a pair from the answer options which is analogous to the given pair of words. In the sense, the pair which you are going to select should be closest in comparison to the given pair. Historically, analogies have been the most dreadful part for GRE students next to reading comprehension. But believe me friends, analogies are the most easiest to solve and very interesting too once you understand the logic that exists between the given pair of words. Here are a few strategies I am going to explain to you today which should make analogies easier for you to solve. Now, look at the first pair of words. Philately is to stamps. What do you think is the relationship between this pair of words? Obviously, as everyone knows, philately is nothing but stamp collection. Collection of stamps is called as philately. Now let's have a look at the options. Is cartography a collection of maps? No. Is geriatrics a collection of ailments? No. These two are study of maps and study of ailments. Whereas the last one, numismatics, is collection of coins. So to say, whenever you are solving an analogical pair, try to look at the relationship that exists between the given pair of words. Now, the second strategy. Look at the example here. Pseudopod is to amoeba. Now, we try to establish a relation that pseudopod is amoeba's body part. But when you look at the options, all the three, they are the body parts of various things cited here. A tree, octopus and snake. What should you do in such a situation? You have to specify the relationship that exists between the body part. You have to ask yourself a question, what does amoeba use pseudopod for? So obviously it is for locomotion. Amoeba uses pseudopod for locomotion. Now look at the first option. Does a tree use a branch for locomotion? No. Does a snail use shell for locomotion? No. And obviously tentacles are used by octopus for locomotion. So the second strategy says you have to specify the relationship between the given pair of words. The third strategy is look at the secondary meaning of the given pair of words. This I'll explain taking the example of pan is to camera. Now what is the primary meaning of pan? Pan obviously is a frying pan that comes to our mind the moment we look at it. But obviously frying pan has nothing to do here with camera. So we assume that pan has some secondary meaning. By adding a tail to it, ing, panning a camera, means adjusting a camera. Now look at the options: rotating a periscope, tuning a radio, charging a battery. Which one will you eliminate first? Obviously the last one, charge is to battery, can be easily eliminated. Now most of the students for this, they blindly click tune is to radio without giving a second thought, because they assume that tuning a radio is analogous to panning a camera, but they are mistaken. Why? Here again you have to apply the second strategy, which is specifying the relationship. What does camera deal with? Which sense? It is with seeing. And what does radio deal with? It has something to do with listening. So can tuning a radio be the answer? No. Definitely the first one, rotating a periscope, is your answer, because periscope is that instrument which is used to look at the poles, just like a kind of telescope. So by applying the second strategy, you can easily solve pan is to camera. That is, by specifying, by knowing its secondary meaning, you can solve analogies successfully. The last strategy is looking at the parts of speech of the given pair of words. Look at this example: sap is to vitality. Which part of speech is sap? Sapping is doing some work that is weakening. It obviously is a verb, and vitality is a noun. Now look at the answer options. They are all verb-noun combinations. What should you do then? Which is the answer? Persevere is to fortitude, drain is to resolution, enhance is to beauty. Now sapping vitality. Sapping vitality means weakening. That is, it has some negative connotation to it. Which of these options? Persevere is to fortitude. Definitely it is a positive sign, no negative connotation here. Enhance beauty also has a positive connotation, this verb-noun combination. But then draining resolution is definitely weakening the resolution, which is your answer. So friends, these are the few strategies that should make analogies more and more easy for you to crack them successfully. Believe me, they are the most interesting questions on GRE. Even if some of the students do find it difficult to crack them, but I think with sound vocabulary and a little bit of logical thinking, you can easily crack them successfully.
So friends, the last video we saw to you was, I think, most appropriate to formulate different strategies to crack analogy exercises. Today we just focused on analogy exercises, but prior to that, while discussing the last video, we should notify the things that there are different strategies to crack an analogy. First thing, we should be having sound knowledge of words. Our vocabulary should be powerful. જ્યાં સુધી આપણું શબ્દ ભંડોળ મજબૂત સમૃદ્ધ નહીં હોય ત્યાં સુધી એનાલોજી એક્સરસાઇઝીસ આપણે સફળતાપૂર્વક અને સરળતાપૂર્વક પાર નહીં કરી શકીએ. Now, how do we choose the options? There are two strategies to crack this type of analogies. Either you strike or omit the options which are not appropriate or incorrect answers. So, elimination of the options which are incorrect, or you can select the other strategy, that is selection. So, there may be two options which no way fit with the analogy given in question, but there may be two options which slightly fit with analogy. So, in that case you have to select which option is correct. So, either elimination, vomiting out, or selection, that means including. So, inclusion and omission will be the right strategies to crack this type of analogous questions asked in our competitive exams. Again, let us look at the analogies we learned today. There are 8 major types of analogies. Either they are category analogy, that means they express type. Canal is a type of waterway. The second is attribute analogy, which expresses the integral characteristic of the word, as joke contains humor. The third one is action analogy, what the person or thing typically does. For example, surgeon performs surgery or operation. Fourth analogy is a type of function analogy.